Step into the from the grandest of the stages to the independent board. I'm American, I'm here to down every single bout. If you love the squared circle, well, that's what I'm about. We're looking at the mass, the history, the pride. So pull up to the channel, grab a seat, enjoy the ride. So let's talk Lucha, from the top rope to the mat, where the technicals fly high and the rudos answer back. Yeah, let's talk Lucha, every story, every feud, from the legends of the Hurricanranas, the passion and the pain. Welcome to the channel, where Lucha runs the game. We're diving deep into the lore, the sacred silver mask, unpacking all the history. I'm ready for the task, analyzing every grapple, every dive outside the ring, the pageantry, the drama, the emotion that it brings. Whether brawling in the crowd or a masterpiece of art, I'm talking about the wrestling that captured all my heart. It's more than just Hispanics, it's a culture, it's a way, and we're keeping it alive with every video we play. With every video we play, from the heart of Mexico to the grandest global states, we're celebrating warriors and honoring the greats. So leave a comment down below and tell me who's the best, because when it comes to Lucha, we put it to the test. From the top rope to the mat, where the technicals fly high and the rudos answer back. Yeah, let's talk Lucha, every story, every feud, from the legends of the Hurricanranas, the passion and the pain. Welcome to the channel, where Lucha runs the game. So hit the bell, subscribe, and join the Lucha crew. I'm Eric's signing off, but I'll be back for you. Keep your mask laced tight, keep your eyes upon the ring. Let's talk Lucha! Step into the arena, hit the lights and press record.
Hello guys, how are you doing? Are you doing well? Are you doing so? Hello, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us tonight for the first night of Verano de Escandalo, which will be the first of 3 nights. Welcome. Let me read some comments and welcome you guys. Tony, you were the first one. Numero uno, welcome. Thank you for being here. Jacob as well. Zeke, Raimi, Andres Garcia, Randy, Justin 7326, Juan, Panda Butt, Frank, Heinz, thank you for being here as well. Danram and Cash Monet, I think that's everyone. Welcome guys, thank you for being here. Let me read some comments. As I mentioned, well, before reading the comments, as I mentioned, tonight is gonna be the first night of the Verano de Escandalo event. So it won't be like La Noche de los Grandes. It will be a little bit different in the sense that it would be like a regular TV taping and live show. Tonight is the live part, and then we have 2 pre-taped or pre-recorded events, which is the usual schedule for AAA weekly events. The difference is that they said we're gonna have 3 main events for Verano de Escandalo, right? So 3 main events. Today's main event, next week's main event, and the last week's main event. Well, the future, not last week. In the future, the last week of the 3 main events. So it will be different in the sense that matches should be better all 3 weeks. The ones they have announced so far, well, I think we have almost all the matches announced right now. They're really good. Of course, tonight we're gonna have the main event, I would call it, which is what they do for live events, or when it's live, the live part of the show is gonna be El Grande Americano and Dominic Mysterio versus Los Perros del Mal, which will be Daga and someone else. People are asking who is gonna be. Is it gonna be just like Angel, Berto, or Bronco? Is it gonna be Carmen tagging with Daga, or most probably, and what people are expecting to see, should it be a new member, like another new member of Los Perros del Mal? Could it be an old member of Los Perros del Mal, or could it be the son of an old member of Los Perros del Mal, or could it be someone else entirely who was not related to Los Perros del Mal? Could it be someone from the main roster who will become a Perro del Mal, someone from NXT, someone new to AAA, maybe someone who was outside of AAA and now is coming to AAA? We don't know, and I think they're playing it well with keeping us with the suspense, but we'll see how it goes and what happens. I hope you like the lighting for today. My mask, my t-shirt is matching my mask. I hope you like that as well. Thank you again for helping me get in this mask. You can get yours with my friends of Máscaras del Desierto on Facebook. They didn't pay me or give me the mask for free. I had to pay for it, but I'm really happy with the mask and what I paid for and all of that. So you know that already if you've been here, but let me read some comments. Some scandalous lucha libre, right? If you didn't know, Verano de Escandalo just means summer of scandal or scandalous summer. That's what it means. It's basically AAA's version of SummerSlam. That was Antonio Peña's idea. He did that with some other events. The most notable example is Triple Mania, which is just another version or his version of WrestleMania. No? WrestleMania, Triple Mania. Same thing with Rey de Reyes, is basically his version of King of the Ring, and Verano de Escandalo is his version of SummerSlam. Hello everyone. Let me read some comments. If you had anybody miss the 6-sided ring, yeah, I should make a comeback, Andres. It would be cool to see it come back at least for one event. It would be cool if they brought it back for one event and they did different matches in that ring, right? Like ladder match and a cage match for that one ring. Yes, that would be really cool. Juan making a reference to Teddy Long. Yeah, like PandaPod says, wrestlers didn't like the ring. Why? Because I think one of the things was that it was harder to fall on. I also think that probably the ropes would be more tense than usual because there's less separation between the posts. So yeah, I don't think wrestlers liked it as much. Will Dominic turn heel tonight? We don't know. There's 43 of us tonight. I think that's the most people we've had ever, probably 47 now. I think there's some people from Instagram. As I've told you, I've been sharing more content on Instagram, and if you're someone who's coming from Instagram, leave your comment, let me know here, just so we can know that you're coming also from the community of Instagram, where I make other videos, short videos, doing the same thing, explaining and being your source of lore of Lucha Libre. So yeah, who the mystery partner, we will see. We'll see. Maybe also another thing is if the Perros del Mal song, the song everyone has been asking for from Cartel de Santa, if it will make its comeback. Some people say maybe they were saving the song to get a bigger reaction at a live event like today. So who knows? If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should go watch. If you want a short version of what I'm trying to explain, you can go to Instagram and I have a short video explaining that. Just look for the Perros del Mal video. And if you want to learn more, you can watch my Perros del Mal video here on YouTube. Let me read. Sorry guys, I don't have my glasses, so you may notice that since I'm using the mask, I always get close to the screen because I'm not wearing my glasses so I can use the mask. Yeah, like Jacob says, the arena may look weird because they do have rodeo there. It's a multi-purpose arena, but main purpose was built for rodeo. That's pretty common in Mexico. Palenques are another example. They were made originally for rooster fighting, and so yeah. And I don't think we've seen a palenque so far in this AAA, but in the previous AAA, it was very common to see that. Actually, when MJF came with Cody Rhodes to AAA, when he was still in AEW, the event they came to, I don't remember which city it was. I have it in one of my videos, in the Rey de Reyes event video, I think. And that event was at a palenque, so that the setting was different. It was round and it was people were really close to the ring. That's why. Some people say it might be Bestia 666, the mystery partner of Daga. That would be really cool. He's the son of Damian 666, an original member of Los Perros del Mal. So that would be a really good reference. Sorry guys, there are a lot of comments. I'm struggling to read them right now, but we'll see. Hold on. The new song sucks. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people like the new song. So yeah. ¿Dónde están perros? Where are you dogs? White Mask sent an elote. You get a quick luchador pose. If you guys didn't know, if you send a super chat, you get a luchador pose. Actually, many luchador poses for every super chat. And if it's like this, like the jewels thing, like using emojis, you get a quick luchador pose. Henry Gonin. Henry, I'll just leave it at Henry. Thank you for helping us English speakers get the history and backstory of all this great wrestling. You're welcome, and I'm really happy to be able to do that. I'm telling you guys this, and the ones who have been here since the beginning. Oh, Frank, and you're an Insta follower. Thank you for coming here. So yeah, that has been the purpose since the beginning, to share with you what I know and what I love about Lucha Libre. Of course, I learn a lot when I do research for videos. Please don't think. I think some people believe that I make the videos just with the knowledge that I have. It's not the case. I have to do a lot of research, but the thing is, I do have easier access to this information through podcasts and through Facebook pages, groups, and just a lot of sources that are in Spanish. And I know for most of you would be almost impossible to begin or to know where to begin to do your research or to be able to understand. And so what I try to do is what I've been doing professionally as well for some years now, which is translation. Basically, I take the info in the original language and I put it in a way that you can understand it and appreciate it, not just know the information and not just know the words. And okay, I'm gonna give you the info and you process it and make what you want of it. I try to communicate to you the importance of losing a mask, of losing a cabellera, the importance of a faction like Los Perros del Mal. All of that is basically what I try to do, and I enjoy it. I enjoy reading your comments, and I also get emotional making the videos. I get happy. I get sometimes really sad at making the videos. Honestly, there's been in the last 4 videos, I think. In all the Perros del Mal videos, the Perros del Mal, Hijo del Perro Aguayo, and Hector Garza videos, those were very emotional to me because I did get to see those guys live many times, and as a kid, I admired them, and just not remembering their passing, but just like thinking of everything. I was younger back then, so I was a kid. I was like, oh, that's sad, but whatever. But now, going back, reading their story, understanding better what they were going through, I'm not gonna lie, I got choked up a few times doing those videos, and I was just trying to pay homage to them. I sent the Hector Garza video to Angel Garza and Humberto, but I don't think they saw it. Hopefully one day they'll be able to see it, and they enjoyed the homage and what I did to pay honor to his uncle, to their uncle. So yeah, another Saturday, another AAA. Stevie Hills, welcome. Thank you for being here. Jacob asks, how excited are the Lucha fans now that AAA has Mattel figures? I think a lot of people are super happy from what I've read on social media. In my opinion, I'm super happy, and I felt like a kid. I was telling my wife this, that I felt like a kid when I saw the La Parca toy. You don't know how many times as a kid I imagined having a toy like that of La Parca. I never, like, my parents were never able to buy me the WWE toys. My friends got them and they were able to go to the US. They didn't sell them in Mexico. I never got one. I always wanted one, a WWE style toy. I did have the classic luchador toys from Mexico, the ones that are like this. That's why I do the luchador pose. And they are also coming up with some of those versions, I think. But seeing La Parca, the Parca I grew up with, which is the second Parca, and seeing it like that, and seeing his hair, the way you saw him, and the way I saw him many times live in person. I don't know, I got inside, I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it was real. And hopefully one day I'll be able to buy that one, especially that one, the one of the Parca one, is the one that I would want to get, because he was probably the luchador I liked the most when I was a kid. Not understanding lucha, not understanding moves, not understanding spots, nothing of that. Just seeing him wrestle and being happy seeing him. I think La Parca, and I've heard the same from other people on Facebook, people our age, which is over 20 and 20 something, 30 something. And I think they've said they feel the same, that they saw the La Parca toy or Dr. Wagner, and of course you see El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr., but you're thinking also of his father. And it's like, wow, like seeing it that quality, it's amazing. So yeah, get that corn out of my face. No, those corns are good. Those elotes are good. So yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you for being here. Oh, Stevie, that's really cool. Like he says, I have used a lot of your videos to help book my 2003 Mexican-based TEWs. So thank you. That's really cool. Nacho, yeah. Hell yes. Let's go, Perros. Are you rooting for Los Perros del Mal, guys, or not? Joshua is rooting for Los Perros del Mal. Great video, Mr. Iwana. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. If you notice, the purpose of that video was sharing with you that it's good to stay true to yourself when you know it's a good thing, right? Sometimes people want to stay true to themselves when it's destructive, but he knew what he was doing. I identified with his story a lot. Things like him being in a school where he learned English as a kid, that's also my story. Going to the United States for a semester and learning and growing, that's also part of my story. And then with these videos, guys, I've had a lot of questions of what type of videos make and all of that. And I've told you that I've made a lot of videos. I had other channels, other topics. But when I started doing these videos, I felt like this is good. I think this is helpful for people. This will educate. This will entertain. And I stuck to it, and I think it's growing and it's reaching the right people. So yeah, thank you for being here and appreciating it. Of course, if you appreciate it, the video was made for you. What are your thoughts on the new partnership with Mattel and AAA making action? Oh, I think I already answered that. Los rudos. By the way, guys, I'm just letting you know, you won't see it until you see it on me, until you see me wearing it, then it will be available. But I'm just letting you know, merch is coming. But once you see it on me, it will be available. I'll make sure it's good quality. Hey, we got to 100 views. So thank you guys. I mean, not concurrent viewers, but views in total. So that's awesome. do they have the Chuy Escobosa version? Actually, the version that they showed is the Chuy Escobosa, and there's another head of La Parca, which is the first Parca. I'm planning on making a short for Instagram explaining that a lot of people in the US, I think, saw it, and it's like, oh, La Parca, we know. No, the Parca that you see, like the whole body, is the second Parca, but they also include a second head, which is the first parka. So they include both parkas in the action figure. We're getting close, guys, but let me read some more comments. Thank you for being active and commenting here. Yeah, exactly like what Mask says. The La Parca figure coming with both Jesus Escobosa and Adolfo's style of mask is such a good touch. They were really smart doing that. And I'll just put the images when I do the short. That was my idea for the next short on Instagram. So yeah, you can follow me there if you want to see that and see me explain it. Oh yeah, La Parca and El Grande Americano figures, yeah, in the background. In the future, my idea is to have a background with masks and action figures. So yeah, that would be really cool. Who do you think will be the main event tonight? Yeah, Los Perros del Mal versus Gringos Locos, that's the main event. That's what they announced. Mr. Crocodile. Or from Chihuahua, Mr. Chihuahua. That'll be also cool. Yeah, Juan, Mr. Iguana teaches self-defense, or has taught. I don't think he does it right now, but before, when he had more time, he used to teach the personal defense. Some people think El Hijo del Fantasma will return tonight to AAA as with his new character, which is Romeo Valverde. Who knows? I mean, he was part of Los Perros del Mal before, so I think that'll be interesting. It would make sense then why they let him go when he was injured. He was about to, or just had surgery, and they let him go. So it would make sense if they did it on purpose, just to bring him back this way and be like, oh, he's a new persona or something. But yeah. Heel says, I think Dom is playing with El Grande. He's the new leader of Los Perros. Let's hope he's not. I don't think he fits the vibe of Los Perros, and he's already part of the Judgment Day. So yeah, some people believe that's what he'll do. He'll turn on El Grande. Who knows? Stevie, about your question on the name, the owner of the name, or the one who gets the rights to use the name, is the person who owns the trademark. In the case of La Sombra, for example, I don't think Andrade owns the trademark of La Sombra. I think the CMLL owns the trademark. El Hijo del Fantasma, he does own his name, I think. But he said in an interview with Soto619, you can follow him on Instagram. Soto619 interviewed him yesterday, I think, and he was saying, I will always be El Hijo del Fantasma. Like, every time you see me, I'm El Hijo del Fantasma, but I'm just using different names. But it's like his essence is El Hijo del Fantasma. But I think he wants to stay away from that name because of the copyright with the Phantom, the comic character. Yeah, please leave a like if you're here. Thank you for your like. It would be cool to have an Abismo Negro figure. Oh, that would be awesome. And then a Fiscal. But an Abismo Negro, I would go crazy as well. Just to have that one. Frank has asked, do you like what Taker and W have done so far? Yes, I do like it. Oh yeah, seeing Daga wrestle tonight, I think it will be really cool. And I think hopefully he makes a lot of fans tonight. Yeah, hopefully Dominic is not part of Los Perros. Let me go enter the event here on YouTube to start watching. AAA with the background music. Let me pop out the chat so I can keep reading you guys while we're watching. Remember, there's always live translation of the promos. And I'll be doing my Rey Mysterio impression if he ever speaks tonight. I mean, I would like more a Perros del Mal versus Judgment Day match. And guys, do you think? I think CM Punk will be at the next Worlds Collide, which is interesting. I was thinking, and AAA, if someone from AAA is watching, you can book me or not book me. You can hire me, and we can talk about bookings. But I think that would be a good setup for Survivor Series. If they were like, if they put Técnicos with baby faces and Rudos with heels in Worlds Collide. But then something happens, and then they start like the Técnicos start and they start fighting with the baby faces and the Rudos with the heels, and then AAA unites against the WWE guys, and you get a perfect setup for Survivor Series. I think they could do that. It would be cool. We'll see. I think tonight we'll have some surprises. Yeah, I don't like Romeo Valverde, his new name. Malverde is yeah, related to the Narcos, and I don't like that. Oh, Tony, that's cool. Sin Cara Mask is really awesome. Overtaker, Undertaker, Overtaker. Let's start calling him Overtaker. Then, Tony, you get a luchador pose. Mil Máscaras pose. Thank you for your donation. It really helps. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. And yeah, like I said, a Sin Cara mask. I remember as a kid wanting to get one. Together. Let's see. Okay, Tony, thank you for being here before. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy your experience watching Verano de Escandalo. Lola Vice and Mr. Iguana. If you didn't know, if you haven't heard, there's a Mr. Iguana video now on the channel. And La Hiedra coming with the green colors as well. She hasn't forgotten Mr. Iguana. Rey Mysterio with an awesome mask. Awesome, awesome mask. And Dominic Mysterio, El Sucio. Oh, look at that new Daga render. He looks happy instead of menacing. White mask, a concha. Quick luchador pose. El Grande Americano. Stevie, thank you for those £5. I think that's what they call it. Love your stuff. When your channel membership comes, I will be one of the first. I think memberships will come soon, guys, but not yet. But they will come. So thank you, Stevie. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all the ways you show your support, guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Look at that. Rey Mysterio is coming. The first one to come. Buyaka, buyaka. Yes, this is live. This week is live. The next two are pre-recorded. Aguascalientes, hot waters. Yeah, the drone shots are new, I think. Last year, Verano de Escandalo was also here, and that's back then. Lola Vice teamed with Santino Marella to face La Hiedra and Mr. Iguana, if you remember. Before Let's Talk Lucha even existed. Look at that. Aguascalientes. Buenas noches and welcome to Verano de Escándalo. Yeah. Tonight we begin 3 straight weeks of incredible events, and just to share with you, I've come to this city since the beginnings, since the first days of my career. And every time I come here in front of you, I feel a great pride. I feel very happy because every time you show me your your passion for lucha libre. I have surgery 5 times on my left knee. Don't forget about that. Mysterio, Mysterio. Awesome and beautiful mask. And I want to let you know, I want you to know that honestly, I'm getting more active. I'm working behind the cameras to bring lucha libre to a worldwide stage. And after that has happened recently, I wanted to come out before all of you, and I wanted to some way make your night and get you happy, giving you an announcement, a very good announcement. Oh, do you want to hear it? Oh, boss, come on. The eye is coming out, el ojo. Get out of here. Yeah, it's in the name AAA worldwide, right? The eye. The eye that sees, the all seeing eye. Happy. Rey Mysterio is not happy. I was about to say happy is not Rey Mysterio. Bilingual issues. He's not happy. Look at him. His knee just started bucking because he's not happy. I'm healed. You get a luchador pose. Thank you for your super chat. He says, I think it would be cool if Judgment Day and Perros del Mal just become one and went by Los Perros del Mal with Dom as the leader. That would be a good idea as well. Rey, Rey, Rey. Can you shut up, please? I like your picture. I'm healed. John Cena there. Ray, I gave you 1 week to think about it. Fuera, fuera, which means out, 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 out. I gave you 1 week to think about it well. El hijo del vikingo, the son of the Viking. You he was working, you sent him to work in NXT and SmackDown in a hostile working environment. He got injured and he's out of work and he won't be wrestling for a lot of months. How does it feel to sending away and injuring the best luchador in this era? Secondly, you took the Latin American Championship from us, who Omas, which Omas deserves. They're chanting Ulero, which means a-hole, a-hole, a-hole. And thirdly, in 3 weeks, you're sending us to a triple threat between Omos, Galeno, Damian Priest for a chance to get that championship? Tonight in Aguascalientes is a historic day because I will give you a chance. The chance to make the right decision. And what do you think is that decision? Well, it's really easy. That you give us the championship back. Because if you don't, AAA won't have a good time. And especially you won't have a good time. Okay, Dorian, look, listen. I told you this a few weeks ago, and I'll say it again. All my life, all my career, I've faced giants, and they've tried to make me feel scared. You, Dorian, won't be the first to threaten me, and you won't be the last either. Someone is coming out. I feel it. Someone is going to interrupt this segment. Rey, this is not a threat. This is a choice. You either give us back the championship or I will unchain Omas in a way that you haven't seen before, and he will injure you. He will hurt you personally, professionally, and physically. Wow. The great Kali, yeah. Will he come out? Look at that. Look at that image. Okay. If things are gonna be like that, my answer is no. Unbelievable. Rey, you just made your decision. Just bear the consequences. He's stopping Omas of doing it right there and then. Someone's coming out. Is someone coming out? No, I don't think so. Maybe not. The giant and the giant slayer. Omas needs longer pants. So who's gonna come and help Rey Mysterio eventually? Will Rey face Omas one day, maybe? Where's the doctor, El Galeno? Dom with a cool shirt, Eddie and Rey. What's up, brother? Are you ready? Because they're saying they're gonna revive Los Perros del Mal, but the ones who are gonna revive are Los Gringos Locos 2.0. But Los Perros del Mal are very dangerous, and we know that they want blood. So are we on the same page? Because we know they are dangerous. I'm saying it again, you know? I know. Look, let's get through this night and then we'll think about Triple Mania. But before anything, I need to hear it from you, Tom. Tell me, will you have my back, yes or no? Look at me. Are you with me? Or are you with Los Perros? They are playing with the idea of him being part of Los Perros. Is that what you're thinking? I already told you I'm not part of them. You and me, we are the main event of Triple Mania. And not only that, brother, will be the greatest match in the history of AAA. Hopefully. Well, yeah, you're right. They're playing with our minds, guys. We have to focus. Yeah. So, are you ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? He's not completely sure about it. Who's there? Oh, Damian! Remember, few are chosen. The OG Perro del Mal, Damian 666. Great reference. And he told him, few are the chosen, which is another phrase Los Perros used a lot, especially at the beginning. Few are the chosen. Dang! Damian 666. Will we see his son? And that's why he's there, because we'll see Bestia 666. Ah, that was awesome. We started strong, guys. Nice cameo. Yeah, that's right. You can get your official merch uh, from the WWE shop. Of course, they have the Los Perros del Mal t-shirt if you want that. Yeah, makes me think Bestia is also coming in. That'll be cool. I mean, Bestia is a really good wrestler. He's young. He can do a lot of stuff. He has good visual. It will be nice, and also a good reference to have the son of an original Perro del Mal. We already have the nephews of an original Perro del Mal. One of the main dogs, Los Perros Mayores, Hector Garza. I don't know. I think they're playing with us. They know people don't trust Dominic. Who knows? Maybe Damian said that to El Grande because he's becoming a Perro del Mal. Could that happen? Could El Grande become a Perro del Mal? We'll see. Few are chosen, and maybe he was telling him they gave you an option to be a Perro del Mal. Remember, few are chosen, and you can be part of them. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. Making ideas. Damian at waist level. Yeah. No, that was not the great Muta. All new, all different Perros del Mal. They chose Booker T for one night. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that phrase "few are chosen" eventually didn't make sense with Los Perros del Mal because a lot of them were chosen. A lot of luchadores were chosen. So I think that's part of why they stopped using it. Yeah, like Amhil says, maybe El Grande turns on Dominic Mysterio and maybe El Grande becomes the leader or co-leader of Los Perros del Mal. I don't know. I don't think so, but we'll see what happens. Thoughts on Chica Tormenta leaving AAA? I think I was thinking maybe they gave her an ultimatum uh, about her. I don't know, her style or or her. I'm sorry, her style or her. I don't know, something about her, telling her like you either adapt or and change this, or you cannot be part of. I mean, you don't have the image or whatever. I think they maybe said that the same thing. They said the same thing to Lady Shani, and maybe that's why she came back looking very different, if you know what I mean. And that's something that Lady Maravilla had issues with, like her appearance. And even Latin Lover had said like, "Hey, luchadoras should be in better shape, should look better because like their image is part of their job." And she was one of the few that were like, "No, no, I mean, I'm a good wrestler. That's all that matters." And then with WWE, he was like, "I told you guys, you should be paying attention to your appearance." And so who knows? Rey, is this a promo for what? An ad for what? For Free Fire. Thank you, WWE Fandom 2007. Thank you for being a new subscriber. I hope you like the content, and thank you for joining us tonight. I mean, yeah, she that was part of it, Jacob, but you could tell she also had some surgeries. That's all I'm gonna say. That's why it took long for her to return. Free Fire. Hello, Aurelio. Thank you for being here. Thank you for commenting. So here's the story of the mixed tag team championships. La Hiedra and Mr. Iguana were champions, became champions in 2024. They lost it last year against Ethan Page and Chelsea Green. Then Lola Vice and Mr. Iguana won the championships this year, I think, or at the end of last year. I don't remember. You don't deserve to be her partner. He wants me more than you. They were fighting for Mr. Iguana. Who will join Mr. Iguana? Lola Vice took La Hiedra's place. And then Chelsea got injured. That was this year. Yeah, that was this year. I remember covering that here in the channel. And then La Hiedra wrestled alongside Ethan Page. La Hiedra has been on this storyline with the mixed tag team titles for a long time. It really makes no sense. She should either win them or preferably lose and not be challenging again. She's tried with everyone. She tried with Laredo Kid. Laredo Kid now trying to get more gold after he lost his championship. Let's see. This match should be good. I think people will be ready to be happy and entertained. She's still in love with you. She could tell it because she's a girl as well. She's a woman. Finn, is this the end of the Mysterio Iguana and La Hiedra story? Hopefully. Laredo Kid coming out like El Punisher. Laredo Punisher. That's a nice vest. Yes, Ethan Page run was this year. At least part of it. His his partner, La Hiedra. Lola Vice and La Hiedra took the phrase fight forever too literally, yeah. They're fighting too often. They need new rivals. Laredo King. Hopefully, we see Chelsea Green back again in AAA. That will be really, really entertaining. People here in Mexico really like her. I think she fits perfectly with the Lucha Libre character style. Yes, Christian. Verano de Escandalo was, I mean, AAA didn't have pay per views or any of that. I think Triple Mania was the only one that was ever a pay per view, but this would be a special event, right? So, like, it's kind of PLE. But it's divided in 3 weeks. So that's why it's not fully a PLE, but it is. It's weird. I think Free Fire is kind of like combination of Fortnite and Call of Duty. Mr. Iguana, póngase verde. Remember that. Get green, guys. Coming out crawling with a mask and then taking it off. Just this week, Mr. Iguana was in the San Diego Comic Con. And now we have him in Hot Waters, Mexico. They also have matching gear, at least the colors. Lola Vice, no longer Lola two belts, now just long Lola single belt. La Yesca and Mr. Iguana. We'll see how this goes, guys. Who do you want to see win? the tag team, the mixed tag team championships. Um, uh, uh, uh. Yeah, I don't think they like call him Laredo King. I did call him Laredo King, but that's what we've been calling him. Uh, that's what I've been calling him every time he comes out, Aurelio. But I didn't hear the announcer. I don't think he called him Laredo King. I think the announcers in Spanish, in the Spanish broadcast, maybe called him Laredo King, but that's just like a way of calling him, not his new name, I think. Uno. No. Yeah, Laredo man. Not a kid anymore. Oh, maybe he did say Laredo King. They should change it to Laredo King. Sounds better. Maybe if he wins the gold tonight, he will change his name to Laredo King. It will be the perfect moment to do so. Oh, careful. Oh, strong slap. He got angry. They wanna got angry. Get here, come here. Armbar by Mr. Iguana. Uno, dos. No. Free Fire, the sponsor for this match. La Hiedra gives the tag. Of course, he's not gonna do anything against her, but Lola Vice will do something about her. No. Oof. 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 Oh, Lola Vice taking control. Oh, what happened there? Another armbar attempt. Same solution. La Hiedra found the same solution as Laredo King, Laredo Kid, Laredo K. Oof. Kick and dance. Oof. She's not focused. Oh, there you go. Oof. August 15, AAA is going to Torreon, Mexico, in the north of the country as well. Lola Vice seems more focused on getting a reaction than hurting La Hiedra. That might be not the best idea. La Yesca hitting Laredo. Oh, they're becoming more and more a team. Oh, I mean, if they lose the titles tonight, it'll be unfortunate because we didn't get to see them against many mixed tag teams, and we mostly saw them against La Hiedra and someone else. So, oh, what was that? Very bad attempt at a stunner. Mr. Iguana, not happy. Oof, but he's a gentleman, apparently. Oof. Oh. Oh. Oof. That hurt. Uno. Dos. El Suavecito, the referee for this match. A triple A original. Look, La Hiedra is focused on hurting Lola Vice. That's the right strategy. Someone screaming, finish her! Finish her! That's how they screamed. How they shouted. Lola Vice coming back. La Hiedra just standing there, giving her a chance. To the corner. Oh, she's gonna try to do the same. Not a good idea. Yeah, of course. Super kick. Oof. Will Mr. Iguana get the hot tag? Mr. Iguana. Oh, wow. Oh, headbutt. Lizard headbutt. Oh, what is he gonna do? Oof. Counted. Uno, dos. Again, El Suavecito confusing people by making a first touch with the canvas, but not counting one, just making sure the shoulder is down. And that confuses people, especially if you're not looking up close. So they think he's counting 1, 2, 3, and they're like, "What?" They're like, "Why is the match still going?" And that, do you see? They're screaming a hole because it's confusing. Someone should tell him to stop doing that. Oh! Forearm to the face. Oof. Michinoku driver. Laredo going to the third rope. Yeah. Oh, perfect. Uno, dos. Why is he counting? What? You see? Again, that was confusion because he's doing that. He's touching and counting as one, confuses luchadores and him. Uno, dos. And he was like, that was two. I'm sure he counted one because people were they were chanting a-hole to him. So he was like, okay, I'll count that one as uno. But since he never does it, the luchadores do know when he's counting. Laredo was like, no, that's never a one. That's always just your way of making sure. Ah, he made it worse. It becomes a big distraction. Ah, Iguana, DDT. Yes. Yeah, Aurelio, it was three, but it wouldn't be a three in all of his other counts. So that's why it was confusing to Laredo. To Laredo is like you always check and then start counting. But because people were already saying stuff to him, I'm sure Suavecito thought, okay, I'll start counting that as one. But if you don't tell the luchadores and if you don't count out loud, it will be confusing. What? Oh, paquetito. Uno, dos. No. Uno, dos. Did you see? He didn't do the thing of checking. Now he straight counted. Why? I don't know. We've talked about this many weeks now. Many weeks now. People always getting confused with his counts because they thought the touch was the uno. Uno, dos. But that's what he needed, so it wouldn't happen again. Uno, dos. Get out of here. People are not happy. You shouldn't be touching a woman like that. Get out of here. Oof! Carefully, Mr. Iwana. Oh, is this going to be the end of the match? Seems like they got confused. Uno, dos. What? Oh, get out of here. Oh, now that's the finish of the match. Yeah. Uno, dos, tres, told you. Oof. Hijo del suspenders. Ah, Unfortunately, the Suavecito's mistakes were very distracting. I think for everyone, people there, us, and even for luchadores. That's unfortunate. But I think that's what he needed. So he stopped doing it. He kept doing it week after week after week. Uno, dos. But he counted. Did you see? The first touch was not like a count. It was like, uno. You cannot do that. Finally, La Hiedra is champion again. Hopefully, Mr. Iguana moves on to other stuff. Uh, Probably we won't see Lola Vice much more here in AAA. Who knows? Oh, they're sad. Maybe they are truly sad because she's not. She won't be coming back to AAA in a long time. Maybe now maybe now he becomes maybe Laredo King, guys. Is this the next? Oh, this is the next match. Only two matches for tonight. Let's see what happens here. Poor Suavecito. I feel bad for Suavecito. He'll probably get scolded backstage. September next, almost next month. WWE is coming to Mexico. La Redombre. That's a good name. Uh, are you ready, guys, to see what the surprise will be? White Mask sent tacos. Quick luchador post for you. Another one because you've given me a lot of food tonight. Bust open a jarritos in celebration. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, Tony, that's a good question. I mean, it seemed like Damien came to AAA because Lola is spending more time here. If she goes back and then goes to the main roster, it will be like, what, why? Like, so maybe she doesn't go to the main roster. Maybe she stays here, but she goes for the gold after. I mean, maybe she takes a break. I think she's been working really hard being NXT champion and here in AAA, all of that. So maybe she takes a break and then comes back for the Reina de Reinas. Who knows? Even if she doesn't win it, maybe she gets in a feud with whoever is champion. Do you guys think Lady Flammer will lose the championship next week? I don't know if that match will be next week or in 2 weeks. I'll try not to watch. I'll try not to see spoilers online. I'll try to, but who knows? Um, But do you think she will remain champion, or will La Catalina become champion, or will Lady Shani be rewarded because of all her effort coming back, and will she be Reina de Reinas champion again? We'll have to see. Yeah, I mean, maybe they want to use them both in Mexico and in the United States, and maybe they want to use them both that way, and say and bringing him to AAA is their way of doing it. Like maybe they were like, "Hey, she's traveling a lot when she's not in NXT or working at SmackDown or Raw in dark matches or." The main event, the show, not the main event, actually. So she's working a lot, and they were like, okay, let's send you to AAA as well, so you can make appearances whenever she appears, and that way you can go with her, and then you work there, and then you come back here, and there you two guys are together. Who knows? That's makes sense, Tony. Mm-mm. La Catalina will be champion eventually, maybe. Yeah, I won't spoil the AAA tapings. I hope I don't get them spoiled as well. You're having a Mexican Coca Cola. That's awesome, Tony. Those are the best ones. My favorite Coca Cola is the vanilla Coca Cola, but we don't have it in Mexico. This September. Uh-huh. They were talking about Triple Mania and they said the second night will be live. So maybe the first night won't be live, and that's what we'll see on Saturday. Who knows? That's weird. So I called you here because I have great news to share with you guys, with all the fans. As you saw a few minutes ago, I was interrupted by Dorian Roldan. And the truth is that I wanted to share with you that when I accepted this job, I made a promise that Lucha Libre has the exposition that it deserves in the whole world. And of course, a bigger exposition of these luchadores and the brand will make them more well known and a chance to become worldwide superstars. And the chance to to have that spotlight and reflect that spotlight back to Mexico. That's my job and that's my goal as a general manager. And talking about luchadores that have become superstars, worldwide superstars, and want to put the spotlight in Mexico. Oh, excuse me. I just received a message from Penta. And after what happened with Los Perros del Mal last week, I'm proud to announce that he'll be present August 15 in Torreon. Oh, cool. Elsewhere. So he won't be in Aguascalientes. And last week, Laredo Kid appeared in the Saturday's night main event pre-show at the Madison Square Garden. Congratulations to Laredo Kid, the dream of any luchador in our industry. And speaking of opportunities and the industry, oh, the video stopped. This week, I joined Mr. Iguana at San Diego Comic-Con, sharing the stage with none other than CM Punk. And we launched our new line of toys of AAA. Something incredible. You have to see it to really enjoy it. And I'm also here to tell you that to all the fans, Mexican fans, and all the AAA superstars, that this is only the beginning. And I want to remind you that next week, Galeno and El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. will wrestle. We'll also have the second qualifying match for the Latin American Championship. And get ready for the match between two of the best and most exciting luchadores in the world. Mini Vikingo and Rey Felix, no Laredo, Rey Felix. I hope you like this info because it was for me. And now I send it back to the English commentary with Corey Graves and JBL. I forgot completely about the Spanish commentators, even though I'm speaking Spanish. Cool. Chicago, Worlds Collide at Chicago. Like I said, guys, I don't know if I understood correctly, but it seemed to me that the first night of Triple Mania won't be live, and then that's what we'll see on Saturday, and then Sunday will be live because they emphasized Sunday will be live from Mexico City. I'm not sure. Maybe I didn't hear correctly. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. September 26th. Boo! The worst Perros del Mal song. And Ángel Garza is the mystery luchador. Minus 1,000 aura. No, come on. And then, like, the entrance was very anticlimactic. It's just like, a very bad song, and then they just come out. Ah, come on, no. Every time they appear, they're losing aura. And Angel Garza is the get out of here. No, come on. Yeah, people start booing because if they had come out with with the original song, and maybe it was actually a surprise, the one who was joining Daga, they would be cheered. That should be assigned to the Undertaker. It's not working like that. That's how powerful a song can be. Whatever. Thank you, Aurelio. Thank you for getting that info. This is a fake out, Danram, you think? Hopefully. That was, honestly, and I'm sorry, that was very, very lame. Lame. And I don't want it to be lame. I was really excited for their entrance. So we're back to just rooting for El Grande Americano. Yes! Thank you, Aurelio. Thank you. So they are both live. Awesome. Ole, ole, ole. We had minus 100,000 aura with Los Perros del Mal entrance. Very bad entrance. They a lost opportunity. And then El Grande comes out plus 100,000 aura. Well, I was hoping, well, I don't know. It's also like Carmen when she appears in NXT. When Carmen appears in NXT, she loses aura. But okay, let's go back to just rooting for our hero. Los Perros del Mal are on track to be what they're being called, what they've been called on social media, the Chihuahuas del Mal. Minus 5 stars. Yeah. uh, Americano! Let's enjoy El Grande Americano. Why hope for something that won't happen with Los Perros del Mal? Let's just enjoy El Grande Americano. Dominic Mysterio. I didn't see that, Jacob, but that's really cool. I mean, that's useful for him. That's great for him. I mean, you cannot have that. You cannot have the two villains who were coming with a lot of aura lose so much aura in their entrance, just their entrance. Okay, you don't have the song. Give them pyro, give them something to come out with more aura. And then you have these two guys who can give you thousands and thousands points of aura just standing there and looking at the crowd. You cannot have that. You cannot have that. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do that. Dominic Mysterio. Oh my eye. I don't think Dominic got a better reaction than El Grande. People are just happy to see someone from the main roster, a big figure from the main roster there. But people love El Grande more. But it's really cool to see him there. I mean, come on. Something must happen. Because they were saying like the mystery partner of Daga, and then You don't say anything about, oh, it's Angel. It's like, oh yeah, he's just there. So why do it like that? Why do the mystery part? I don't know, guys. Something is going to happen, I think. I'm not crying. Water. I was drinking water and a drop jumped to my eye. Uh, I don't know. Uh, I think this is the first time I'm feeling disappointed with what AAA is doing in a long, long time. I mean, since WWE been involved, I think I'm feeling the most disappointed since we started watching tonight together. Sorry. I don't know. Let's watch. Yeah, I mean, you set up the luchadores for people being angry by a mystery partner. I don't know what people are chanting. I want to hear. Look at that. They lost aura. People were cheering for them in a villainous way. But now it's like, no, boo, you're not Los Perros del Mal. They are soon going to become the Chihuahuas del Mal. Daga is gonna try, and it's gonna be, I don't know. Let's just try to enjoy it. Sorry for my ranting. Also, I don't understand why Garza's shirt, the words in the back are bigger than in Daga's shirt. Oof. There you go. Let's talk lucha. Thank you, Juan. That made me laugh. There you go. There you go. There you go. Get it. Get it. Get it. I mean, of course, the rest of the Perros del Mal will come out at some point. Uh, yeah, white mask, maybe. Just pay attention to that, guys. Look at the back of Daga's shirt and the back of Garza's shirt. The size of the words it doesn't match. I'm sure Los Perros del Mal, the rest of Los Perros will come out. Let's see if something happens and it was all a fake out to get us disappointed and then really happy, or it's just the way it's gonna be. Oof. Stream forever. Oh no, that's a really good. That's a really good chant. Thank you, guys. El Grande having to carry the charisma and the aura of. Oh, look at Angel Garza's shirt. Garza coming in. Oh, kick to the back of the neck. I mean, to the back of the head. I think maybe Daga's shirt is from the vendors outside. Angel trying really hard to be a rudo on social media and there. Yeah, Dan Ram. They haven't made. I mean, they did it great the first week they appeared. They just had to keep doing stuff like that, but and I wouldn't know who to blame. They can still come back from it, but we'll have to see if it happens. The talent is there. I think they just need guidance and a proper booking. Yeah, that guy's not giving WWE any money. He's just receiving it. The thing is that outside, I mean, at these events, they have the WWE stand where they sell shirts and all the merch. So it would be easy for him to just go there. But maybe he was like, no, I'll just get it from some of the bootleg vendors, which are prominent in Mexico. Get out of here! Oof! Oh, Dominic coming in. Dominic looking very strong against Los Perros. Angel doing his uncle's spot. Oh, get out of here. If you didn't know, his uncle would do this thing where he would fall on his knees and ask for mercy. He would put his hands together like that. He did it better though. Oof. Daga bringing his strong style to the match. Daga supporting Mexican small businesses, yeah. There you go. Uno, dos. I think Los Perros will win by interference. I mean, they will get help from the other Perros and they will win. Again, don't understand why they would put a mystery partner and then have Damian come back and then just, I don't know. I'm still upset about that. El Grande trying to help. Uno, dos. Ejo, ejo, ejo. Angel giving us some Lola Vice moves. El Grande trying to get the hot tag. There you go. There you go. Oof. Oof. Oh. Slap to the face. El Grande Americano showing us that he can take two perros at the same time. The Dog Whisperer. El Encantador de Perros. Uno, dos. I think he should come out with I mean, but that's probably trademarked. A shirt, El Grande Americano, with a shirt saying New Dog Whisperer or El Encantador de Perros, and then him holding a chain, making a reference of him holding the perros down. Something suplex, I think he said. They're talking. There's some miscommunication apparently. That's the suplex he mentioned. You talk too much. Daga, of course, he heard the thing about the suplex, making fun of Eddie Guerrero. That made Dom angry. There you go. Los tres amigos, the three friends. Dos amigos. Will he get the third one? Yep. Oh, he's gonna do it with El Grande together. The two amigos doing the third amigo. Count it. Uno, dos. Nope. Yeah, I'm healed. That'll be good. Pachamania, yeah. I think Daga is gonna counter that. Oof! Look at that! Oh no! I thought Daga was gonna counter. Really clean suplex. Frog splash. Is that the end? Uno, dos. Oh! Oof. I don't know, guys. I think they should have given us a match similar to the matches you would see from Los Perros when they were in the CMLL. Just look up Los Perros del Mal CMLL, and you would see their style would be like chaos all around, bleeding, torn masks. If they brought that style in their first matches, they would really set them up as dangerous. I mean, like they are different. They don't follow the rules like everyone else. Right now, it's like, okay, regular Rudo. Oof. Oh, dang. Close line. Shun Skywalker. Yeah. He's a free agent, right? I think. I think this also let's makes it clear that Daga and Angel are like the co-leaders of the faction, which I think is the right decision. Oh, poor Daga. Is there gonna be a foul? No, against the referee. I mean, El Grande did that on purpose. Did you see that? 619. There you go. El great tope. Grande tope. I don't know. It seemed to me it was pretty clear that El Grande threw Daga. No, I mean Angel directly to the ref. Cheating again? No, you shouldn't be cheating. Of course, the rest of the perros. Pick him up, pick him up. Oh, straight to the stairs. Humberto carrying a huge chain. Oh, poor Dominic. Oh, super kick. Is this Angel's new finisher or regular finisher? I don't know. Isn't that the same thing uh, Sasha Banks does? Isn't that Sasha Banks' finisher? I forgot her name, her new name. Sorry. Los Americanos, Rayo en Bravo, wearing new masks as well. Awesome. Mercedes Monet, yeah. I think what Garza did was like, oh, okay, but it's similar, but the setting is similar, but yeah. Okay, thank you, White Mask, yeah. But I did think it was similar. Rayo, by the way, Rayo follows me on, well, not Rayo. I think his friend follows me on Instagram. Oh, bravo! What? Bravo! Be careful! What? He's gonna fly. He's probably nervous now. He's not doing it. Oh! Pete Dunn. Rayo's friend Pete Dunn follows me on Instagram. El Grande. There you go. Is that the end? Uno, dos. No. Solo dos. This is Lucha. This is Lucha. This is Lucha. Maybe Pete Dunne is an LCL fan. Yeah, who knows? Maybe he watches the videos here on YouTube as well. Carmen. Death Angel, that's what they call her in Spanish. I don't know if they call her the same in English. They call her the Angel of Death. Bronco Nima setting up the table. Oh, taking on both. Oh, poor Americanos. El Grande! Of course, he defends his friends. The Great Tope. Boom. To just Carmen. Here comes Carmen. Oh, knee to the face. Uno, dos. No, our hero can take more. Oh, bombazo. Uno, dos. No. Where's Dominic? I mean, of course he's injured. He's hurt. Oof. I don't know if he can take these guys. Uno, dos. Oh, barely. I mean, that was 2.999999. Wow. Yeah, Liv should come out to help Dominic. Grande, 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 grande. Grade one, grade one. Super grande, yeah. Oh. El Grande, hulking out. Come on. You. Oh, he did it. Oof. Oh. Angel coming in, taking both of them out. Dominic being there, waiting for the tag. Will he remove his hand when he comes in? I mean, of course, but I don't think he's part of the Los Perros. I think he's just setting him up for to lose and get beaten up. Yeah, I mean, he's like, no. I mean, I already got attacked. I don't need to be even more hurt. A-hole, a-hole, a-hole. Oh, well, yeah. He refused Dom's help. So now he's like, I'm not going to help you either. Oof. Dominic just standing there. Oof. I mean, of course, it's gonna lose now. Ah, La Lanza. Reference to El Hijo del Perro Aguayo. Probably the best thing in the match. I don't like it. I didn't like it. Very predictable. Things that didn't make sense. Los Perros look just like another generic Rudo faction. Maybe people who are managing Los Perros don't understand Los Perros del Mal. I think that's what it makes me think. The bookers, whoever is producing the match or booking the matches and their appearances, maybe they don't understand Los Perros del Mal. That's what makes me think. Yeah, I recommend you guys go watch and look up Los Perros del Mal, CMLL, or El Hijo del Perro Aguayo, Héctor Garza, CMLL. And then you'll see the style Los Perros del Mal had. These are not Los Perros del Mal. This is not even another version of Los Perros del Mal. If this was their opportunity to show Los Perros del Mal are back, they didn't show that. Predictable from Dominic. Omas. Why is Omas coming out? Oh, because Dominic is part of El Ojo. Oof. Dominic, part of El Ojo, part of another faction. Doesn't really make sense. Nothing told us this was what's going to happen. El Ojo part of Judgment Day would make a lot more sense than just being like, oh yeah, and he's part of El Ojo. People booing. Can you hear that? People are booing. The most underwhelming AAA show I've seen since we started watching together, guys. Honestly. I go with Los Perros del Mal. That's, I would call it PG version, PG Perros del Mal. That's what I would call it. Not the essence, nothing interesting from them. Rudos. I mean, you could give them another name. They would be whatever they want to be called. Yeah. I'm sorry, White Mask. But yeah, I mean, first time, and I think you can see it if you've been watching with me for weeks now. I mean, for months now. You know, that's not my usual reaction at the end of any AAA show. I always say, great show as always. Not today. Not probably because I had high hopes for Los Perros del Mal and what they would do with them and all of that. If that's what they were gonna do, I think people are gonna stop buying the T-shirt. I mean, this would make people go like, no. I mean, why would I want that? I would buy it. I mean, from WWE, I would be like, I'll buy it from somewhere else. Yeah, I mean, I think they did a very bad job at giving aura to them, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, the most interesting thing to me now is that maybe El Ojo is part of the Judgment Day, and maybe there's some crossover, because I don't know if you know this, but some people since last year, when the acquisition was announced, they were saying, hey, El Ojo already existed, the Eye, with Dorian Roldan, Alberto del Rio, and other people, and La Nueva Generación Dinamita, who haven't appeared for a long time now. And Liv Morgan has for a long time now used an eye on her gear, and people were saying like, oh, maybe they do something where she is part of the eye and the Judgment Day is part of the eye, el ojo, I'm sorry. And to me, the most interesting thing was that at the end, but still, it's like out of nowhere, and it will be like, oh, okay, but what's the deal with that? It doesn't make me wonder like, oh, what's gonna happen now? How they're gonna do it, whatever. I see there's a lot of people joining right now. Probably you're joining after the show has ended. In my opinion, probably the most underwhelming, not worst, because the matches were good, entertaining, but underwhelming. The most underwhelming AAA show in the last year, maybe. Why underwhelming? Because we expected a lot. I expected a lot. They didn't deliver. And that makes me upset because I think they had everything to do something great. And then, no. Let me read some comments, guys. Is Perros del Mal just done with Grande now and onto El Ojo? No, I think what it means is like El Grande is going to be attacked by El Ojo and by Los Perros. Where's that going to lead? We don't know. Or maybe just it means that El Grande and Dominic against El Ojo and Los Perros del Mal will go on to maybe attack Psycho Circus, and who knows. I think one thing we know is that we don't know what's going to happen now. But not in a good way, not in a way that, oh, I want to know what's going to happen. It's like, okay, whatever happens now then. I mean, of course, this version of Los Perros and what they're doing with all of that is like, okay, it's going to be another faction. They could have been called La Nueva Secta or Los Pipers, whatever. Okay. And yeah, like Danram, why have a mystery opponent if it's just going to be Angel? What's the I mean, they could save it with maybe doing something that every time they're going to wrestle in tag teams, every time it's like mystery partner and it's always one of them, but you don't know which one of them. And then eventually one night it's someone completely unexpected, and then it'll be like, okay, then it paid out because you weren't expecting it. But why do it? I have to think they wanted to bring someone else, and then they didn't. They couldn't. The person couldn't show up. It wasn't finalized. Why would Damian say few are chosen? No one was chosen tonight. It would make sense if he said few are chosen, and you either had the chance to be chosen with us and you had to make the decision tonight, and we got to know that via some commentary or something, or someone new would appear and, oh, few are the chosen, this is the new chosen. No. And I think part of the problem might be that the people who are booking this are not familiar with Los Perros del Mal. Maybe they started watching Los Perros del Mal from the last 10 years to now. Los Perros del Mal, you have to go back to their first years in CMLL to understand what made them popular. 10 years ago, they were already popular. When they went to AAA, they were already popular. What made them stand out and be like, I want to be part of Los Perros del Mal, was what happened in CMLL in the 2000s. And yeah, I don't think it seems like they ignored it. It seems like, oh yeah, that's a cool faction. Generic rudo faction, but we'll just call it Los Perros del Mal. And yeah, underwhelming, like I said. Yeah, like White Mask says, makes me think they had a plan originally in mind, but it fell through. That's what I think. Makes me think as well. Because they didn't even mention it. I mean, they didn't even make it like, let's first bring Daga out with the same song. Don't change anything. I mean, you keep playing the same song, he stands out and he's like, oh, come out. And then Angel comes out and you're like, okay, they are acknowledging the mystery luchador was Angel. But no, it's like they come out at the same time. Very underwhelming entrance, to the point where you're thinking, oh, something's gonna happen. It cannot be possible that it's this underwhelming, but then it is. And well, I don't know. Hoping next week is better. I think it will be, since we won't see Los Perros, and then we won't be thinking and expecting a lot of them. At least have Damian, or have Damian attack El Americano or Los Americanos, and people would be like, oh yes, that man did something, not just appear backstage and say few are chosen and that lead to nothing. What? See you, Jacob. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. I know it went longer than usual, but yeah, thank you for being here. You're welcome, Pixel Cult Media. I try my best to do the live translations. I love the match, and I don't think that it was predictable. People thought, Aurelio says this, people thought that Dominic was going to join Los Perros. No one expected him to join El Ojo. I mean, yes, but if that's the case, then you can just put him in Los Vipers, and that would be unexpected. I mean, doing something unexpected is really easy. You put him in La Nueva Generación Dinamita, Dominic's part of La Nueva Generación. That would be surprising. I mean, it has to make at least some sense, or make it point to that in a way that you're like, oh, that's why this and that. But not just be like, oh, no one expected this. I mean, no one expected Angel to be the partner. That doesn't make it good. That's underwhelming, right? So yeah, I think they wanted to do something unexpected. They did, but that doesn't, I mean, to me, it was like, and the match, it was a regular match, I would say. I expected more from all of them. I expected to see, since it was the first Perros del Mal match in AAA, in this new AAA, I expected to see the Perros del Mal style, a tornado tag team where there's no order, and then they are wrestling here, outside, inside the ring, and doing a lot of things. But this seemed like the PG Perros del Mal, the WWE Perros del Mal, which you're like, okay, yeah, what else did you expect, right? Well, I expected to see something resembling Los Perros del Mal that would make me be like, yes, Los Perros, this is what we wanted international audiences to see, Los Perros del Mal. I think if an international fan who doesn't know Los Perros sees it, they will be like, okay, they're just a Rudo faction, right? They are a heel faction. That the t-shirt is cool. What makes them different? That would be my point, right? Yeah, Rickshaw, like Rickshaw says. Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm sorry, White Mask. You get the quick luchador pose. That's another pose I hadn't used before. That's a new one. Damian Priest might help the great one, El Grande. Yeah, it could be. Oh, sorry, I got lost in the comments. Call them the evil Erics. The Chihuahua were chosen tonight, yeah. I still buy the Perros del Mal shirt. I mean, yeah, it's a cool shirt. Few are chosen, which is why they chose nobody tonight. Exactly. That was his point, right? Like, few are chosen. That's why we won't have anyone new for a couple of months, because few are chosen. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes more sense, White Mask. Viva los Perros del Mal. Yeah, the original Perros del Mal. Want to know what the current AAA booker could do with watching Let's Talk Lucha? Yeah, Danram. Perros del Mal. I mean, this is just... I think in Mexico, I think this is what's going to happen. People in Mexico are going to be underwhelmed. And you could see it right when after their entrance, they were in the ring, people were booing them. If they had more aura, different attitude, of course the song also makes you be like, that's not Los Perros. People I understand people from outside of Mexico who haven't seen Los Perros for a long time before. I mean, maybe you've seen them. But again, the time when the song became iconic was when they were in the CMLL. In AAA, you could barely hear the song in the broadcasts. But back then, it would be like, wow. And so people wanted to feel like, oh, yes, we're going back. But then taking that out, and then they come out like whatever, like any regular luchador. People were booing them since the beginning of the match. And people got happy because the Americanos came out and a table was broken. But aside from that, it's like, oh yeah, they are rudos. I think they killed like 50% of the expectation people had to see Los Perros del Mal. Now, now every time I see them announced, will be like, oh yeah, they'll probably do some rudo stuff and they'll get lost. And I'm really sad for Angel Garza and his cousin, and for the other Perros, but especially for them, because I think that if Los Perros del Mal doesn't work out, they'll be let go by WWE. They'll be like, okay, we didn't do anything with them in the main roster. We're trying to do this with them. It didn't work out. So thank you for being the company, but nothing worked out with you. And I'm sad for them if it goes that way. They could still change it, but yeah. Oh, sorry, I lost the comments. I hope they continue to build something interesting. Yeah, I mean, they did a great job with Los Grandes, and that was simple. But with El Original Grande Americano, he was doing rudo stuff, but different. I mean, you could see taking Octagon's mask, doing more rudo stuff. El Original Grande Americano was a better rudo than Los Perros del Mal tonight, just to put it at that. If El Original, I mean, they should have brought back Los Perros del Mal and then have El Original Grande Americano be the leader of Los Perros del Mal. That would have been more interesting to me. Do you think Penta is going to lose the Intercontinental Champion? Hopefully. I mean, not because of him. I hope Chad Gable wins it. I would be really happy if he did. I think he deserves it. I don't know if... I think Penta could come back to Los Perros del Mal if they don't work out. If they see like people are not embracing them, if people are like losing interest in Los Perros del Mal, their last desperate move would be to bring Penta to Los Perros del Mal, and that could revive the faction for sure. Yeah, I mean, what happens with El Hijo del Vikingo? Dorian was defending El Hijo del Vikingo at the beginning of the show, and now... Yeah, I think El Vikingo is gonna be gone for like 9 months, I think. Yeah, I mean, they could turn Penta rudo and bring him to Los Perros del Mal, but killing his momentum as a face in the main roster. Or they could do what they did with the Original Grande Americano and ignore it. Be like, he's an amazing rudo in Mexico, but when he goes to the United States, he's a great technical. They did it with the Original Grande Americano, so... The oof you had when almost came out should be a meme. If you guys could make it a meme, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, Chad Gable shouldn't come back. What I think is they could have extended the Grande Americanos feud up to Triple Mania, which was what people thought was going to happen. And then, but in the meantime, bring Los Perros del Mal and even do this. Bring Los Perros del Mal back, not make Chad Gable an official member, but make them tag in a match, and then have the Original Grande Americano wear the t-shirt for that one match, being like, hey, for one night, will you be a perro? And him be like, okay, let's do this. And then, I mean, the Original Grande Americano acted more like a Perro del Mal than tonight's Perros del Mal. I mean, in his usual matches and promos and segments, he acted more like a Perro del Mal than these guys. Yeah, maybe, but the thing is, if international fans like it and they are fine with Los Perros del Mal, with this version of Los Perros del Mal and all of that, they're gonna ride with it. So yeah, guys, as you can see, very upset. I didn't like it. I didn't like what they did with Los Perros del Mal tonight. And I don't think it was bad. It's just that calling them Los Perros del Mal puts a great expectation on them from the fans. No, Triple A is not dead now. It's just that it seems to me that they didn't know how to make Los Perros look like Los Perros del Mal. And why is Dom joining El Ojo? Who knows? Who knows? We don't know. It doesn't really make sense because him and El Vikingo were rivals, but then and Dorian was defending El Vikingo at the beginning of the show, and then Dorian's like, "Oh yeah, but you're my friend as well," and whatever. I haven't watched Puerto Rican Lucha Libre, to be honest, Andres. But yeah, I think the thing is that it's not it wasn't a bad show, wasn't bad match, nothing like that. It's just that when you call them Los Perros del Mal, you put a specific expectation on them, and they didn't fulfill that expectation with the song. People were like, don't bring them back if you're not gonna bring them with their song. So people in Mexico are gonna be like, what? All this week, since last week when they came out with, or 2 weeks ago when they came out to this new AI song, or the AI video and this new song, people were like, no, that's not what we want. That's not Los Perros. They should bring back the song back. But people were like, well, let's just wait and see how they develop and how they wrestle and all of this. We know they are good wrestlers, good luchadores. But then you get this, and it's like, okay, seems like generic rudos, just with cool t-shirts. And that would be fine if this was like the third year of Los Perros del Mal in AAA in this new administration. They'll be like, yeah, I mean, we've seen them wrestle and face everyone, and once in a while they become against this force of nature and no one can stop them, and then they go back to being more tame and all that. But no, this was their chance to show the world why Los Perros del Mal is so different and so loved and so respected. You saw them, Rey, being like, be careful, because Los Perros del Mal, they go after you and they don't care about anything. They do. They cared about everything tonight. And well, yeah. Rickshaw, they could do that. I mean, that's what they did with Judgment Day. I'm glad you like the Rey voice. But yeah, I think there was a lot of hype for what was going to happen in the match. And since the first moment they came out, Daga and Angel was like, that's it? That's their entrance? They coming out trying to be bad guys and all that? It was, since that moment, it was underwhelming, and everything that followed was underwhelming. And we were expecting, but something's gonna happen. And what you expected happened. The rest of Los Perros del Mal came out, Los Americanos came out, as they do always, and then they get taken out by the bad guys, and then they lost. Dominic didn't help El Grande as we expected, because the idea was like, they're gonna wrestle together, but then he's not gonna help him at some point because he wants to have some advantage at Triple Mania. To me, that was really expected, not unexpected. I was hoping they would do something different, and they didn't. So, and they didn't even care about wearing the same T-shirt. Daga was wearing a different T-shirt than Angel, same design, but you could tell they were different T-shirts bought separately. Just that lets you know that there's something there. So yeah, I'm sorry guys for my rant. We'll see what people say online. I'll go read some comments online after this. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, I think they could bring back the Vipers and then make them be extreme or something like that, and they would be better than Los Perros del Mal, these Perros del Mal. But yeah, thank you for joining me, guys. Sorry for my ranting. First time I won't be able to say it was an excellent show. It was a good show, but very underwhelming for the first time, and I'm sorry to say it. To me, of course, my opinion. So yeah, very underwhelming. We'll see what happens later and after. I'll see you next week to watch along again. So yeah, have a good night, guys. Thank you.
Step into the arena, hit the lights and press record. From the grandest of the stages to the independent board. I'm American, I'm here to down every single bout. If you love the squared circle, well, that's what I'm about. We're looking at the mass, the history, the pride. So pull up to the channel, grab a seat, enjoy the ride. So let's talk lucha, from the top rope to the mat, where the technicals fly high and the rudos answer back. Yeah, let's talk lucha, every story, every feud, from the legends of the Hurricanranas, the passion and the pain. Welcome to the channel, where lucha runs the game. We're diving deep into the lore, the sacred silver mask, unpacking all the history. I'm ready for the task, analyzing every grapple, every dive outside the ring, the pageantry, the drama, the emotion that it brings. Whether brawling in the crowd or a masterpiece of art, I'm talking about the wrestling that captured all my heart. It's more than just Hispanics, it's a culture, it's a way, and we're keeping it alive with every video we play. With every video we play, from the heart of Mexico to the grandest global states, we're celebrating warriors and honoring the greats. So leave a comment down below and tell me who's the best, because when it comes to lucha, we put it to the test. So let's talk lucha, from the top rope to the mat, where the technicals fly high and the rudos answer back. Yeah, let's talk lucha, every story, every feud, from the legends of the Hurricanranas, the passion and the pain. Welcome to the channel, where lucha runs the game. So hit the bell, subscribe, and join the lucha crew. I'm Eric's signing off, but I'll be back for you. Keep your mask laced tight, keep your eyes upon the ring.